Chapter 61, The Secret Lover of the Crown Prince of the Underworld 35. 7. Finn's voice was a little hoarse, the lover's face was embarrassed, he felt that he was a little unable to control himself. Fifth Master Diana raised her eyes to look at him, as if she was clearly frightened by the sexual desire in his eyes, and immediately retreated a little. He took her and the blanket together and hugged her into his arms, then couldn't help but kiss her white neck and red earlobe. She only felt the hot, wet breath stop at her neck, filled with ambiguity, and she couldn't help but moan softly, causing his breathing to become heavier. The wet kiss fell back down to the red lips, he kissed her soft lips, then tried to probe and arouse her wet tongue. Seeing that she did not resist, his heart was even more ablaze with desire, the kiss became even more profound, his hand also caressed her body without any rules. He pulled her hand that was tightly gripping the blanket out, from the slender waist to the curvaceous butt, he did not let go of everything. Seeing that his hand had already touched her chest, she finally seemed to have returned to her senses, her beautiful eyebrows also rose. Fifth Master, stop. He saw that she seemed a little uncomfortable, so he let go of her. What's wrong? It hurts. Her voice at this moment was like a wronged kitten, being looked at by her with her eyes. He was a little restless, but he finally controlled himself to the fullest. Seeing her like this, he asked in a gentle voice, "Where does it hurt?" "I'll help you look." "It hurts on the back." She leaned her head on his shoulder, speaking in a low voice. He paused for a moment, and suddenly felt a little guilty in his heart. "Sorry, I couldn't hold it in for a moment." She gently shook her head. "Thank you for coming to save me." "You really want to thank me, then you quickly get well, then forget Adam and be together with me." He leaned his head back and kissed her earlobe, saying, "Yes." She nodded, then tentatively leaned in to touch the corner of his mouth, then quickly withdrew. He saw her take the initiative, the insecurity in his heart was replaced by joy, he cherishedly hugged her again to his chest. "You are so good, why do you like that brat Adam? You like me, I will treat you well." Her heart at this moment also softened into a peace, she was truly feeling his affection, sincere and tender. Such a majestic character, in front of love, was also like a child who wanted to eat sugar, so pure-hearted, even if it was 7 Doris of the original plot, she would be unable to resist. In the ward, the two people hugged and talked, their affection lingered. Daniel outside the ward was a little helpless. He just wanted to see his sister, but was stopped by the door guard, saying that he could not be disturbed. Cannot be disturbed? Cannot be disturbed what? His inner self was really broken. Stephen Fifth Master had been inside for a long time, okay? The guard looked at Daniel, who was like a headless fly wandering around, and also felt a little unable to bear it. "Young Master Doris, can you not walk here in front? You have an injury on your body, quickly run back to the ward to rest." "No, I want to wait here, when will the Fifth Master come out?" Daniel angrily looked at the bodyguard. But I don't know, my Fifth Master is physically strong, you should think less." This bodyguard has always followed Finn, naturally saw that he has feelings for Seven. At this moment he is even more determined to guard the door for his own boss's welfare, determined not to let unrelated people come in to disturb. Daniel thought, damn mentally retarded. Chapter 62, The Secret Lover of the Crown Prince of the Underworld 36. Same plot as before. After knowing Ethan's plane accident, Adam tried every way to block the news, but Finn had already prepared to take action. How could it be as he wished? In less than 3 days, everyone in Blood Wolf knew the news of the incident with the leader. Even Finn felt that this matter was not big enough, so he helped it grow stronger. Even the news appeared on the internet. No matter how Adam wanted to hide it, he could only watch helplessly as this matter gradually fermented. "Young Master, the organization has issued a notice that the headquarters will hold a meeting on the 8th of next month to discuss Stephen family matters." 9 is Adam's newly appointed assistant, dutifully saying. "Father has not yet been found, they are actually each waiting impatiently." He waved his hand to shatter the teacup in his hand, his eyes seeming to be filled with a whirlwind. These past few days he has not been doing well, trouble has followed one after another. He has not even had time to investigate Seven's escape. He rubbed his eyebrows, hiding his fatigue. "Tell them, next month on the 8th, I will show up on time." Fortunately, he has taken over the organization members his father left him, a total of 12 individuals, each of whom are rare talents. The most important thing is, Stephen family has a favor for them, they absolutely will not betray. At the moment when Adam was at a loss, Finn, who initiated everything, had already secretly begun to prepare for the wedding. Four internationally renowned designers were now at Finn's mansion, choosing Diana's favorite wedding dresses and gown designs. Diana was very interested in flipping through the magazine's hand-edited clothing, often discussing a few sentences with the designer beside her. Although it was not her first marriage, but women were always unable to resist beautiful clothes. She considered herself a commoner, although she dutifully played the role of a cold and quiet seven, but her eyes showed a joyful expression. Finn leaned against the door and looked for a while, then walked in and sat down beside her, reaching out to hug her into his arms. "Do you like any?" She gently pushed him, signaling him not to make a fuss. "I like them all very much, I can't choose well." "Then take them all." He turned his head to kiss her earlobe, and said. She avoided his hand while saying, "Not to mention other dresses, but wedding dresses can still be bought. How many times do you want me to get married?" He put his head on her shoulder and said, "If the other party is me, getting married several times is fine." The designer on the other side looked at the two people interacting and couldn't help but open his mouth. "Fifth Master and Miss Doris have such a good relationship, I can't help but want to get married." Finn, who was usually aloof and cold, heard this and also revealed a somewhat satisfied expression, nodded towards them, then gave the order to send the guests away. Looking at the designers walking out of the dressing room, she turned around to look at him. "Where did you go today? It seems like you have a smell of blood on you." He heard her say so, also loosened his hand and did not hug her, handling some things, accidentally got it on. "You also know the news that my big brother had an accident. Now the organization has some people starting to play tricks. I just went to warn them a little." She nodded, not asking much. Although he looked at her with deep affection and loyalty, but she still would not inquire too much about things that should not be known. 7. You will not leave me again. He stretched out his hand to lift her face, not forbidding to ask. She was slightly stunned, then immediately raised the corner of her mouth. "Will not. Even if I have to deal with Adam?"